Alright guys, welcome to Flav Oriana's MMA show. I'm your host Flav Oriana, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. Guys, it is officially almost the ending of the year. This will be the final Tuesday of 2023. And man, I know I didn't put out a show after UFC 296. It was pretty busy. Yeah, obviously with the holidays and work and related and stuff like that, just understand where I'm coming from. But I will say this. I won't do a recap, but we already know who won. We already know who lost. Thing is, man, like the header says, does Belal Muhammad deserve, and will he get a title shot next before anybody else, right? Because his next fight could be a title shot. I can tell you that right now. But will he be the next person in line for a title shot is the real question, all right? And that's something that I have, questions about, just because the champ, all right, Leon Edwards, no sold him whatsoever. It's not the first time that he no sold him. He didn't even mention him after the first title defense that he had against Kamaru Usman, and I'm referring to Leon Edwards. All right, they fought at one point. All right, they fought at one point, and I believe it was 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Had to be 2021 because 2020, I believe, Leon didn't fight at all. So in 2021, you saw Belal and Leon fighting one another in the Apex, right? It was, I think, a replacement fight, if I'm not mistaken, because somebody had pulled out for the main event. But anyways, Belal, they already fought at one point, and Leon and Belal, it only lasted, I think, about like 7 minutes or something along that nature. And Leon was already piecing up Belal Muhammad throughout the entirety of that first round. It was, it was back leg kick into the stomach area. A quick jab, and all of that was already disrupting on how Belal Muhammad was going to try to attack and engage on trying to bring in a bully mentality, right? And then trying to pressure Leon Edwards. And Leon Edwards showed that he has like the antidote on how to stop that type of a style. He implemented that into the Colby Covington fight. So we already saw how that played out, and maybe that's one of the reasons why Leon Edwards no sold him. Belal Muhammad, I believe he is on a 10-fight unbeaten streak, or if not. Now, I think it was like 9 consecutive fights that he has won, with the one fight against Leon Edwards, which is the no contest. And let me look at that up correctly on Tapology really quickly. I just want to make sure that I got this correctly. Belal, remember the name. Yeah, his last loss was Jeff Neal. He beat Curtis Millender, Takashi Sato, Lyman Good, Diego Lima. Alright, that's 4. Damian Maia, 5. Stephen Thompson, 6. Vicente Luque, 7. Sean Brady, 8. Gilbert Burns, 9. And then he had a no contest against Leon Edwards. So he's on a 9-fight winning streak. Since his last loss. Losing to Jeff Neal, who Jeff Neal is a very strong, opponent. But if you look at this resume over here, Takashi Sato, no longer in the UFC. Lyman Good, no longer in the UFC. Diego Lima, no longer in the UFC. Alright. Damian Maia, retired, no longer in the UFC. And then I'm sorry, Diego Lima. Then it was Leon Edwards, right? Obviously, he's the champ. Diego Lima, retired, right? Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, back 9 of his career. Vicente Luque, still, I would say in his prime, but more on the back 9. Sean Brady, that was a really good, win over there, because a lot of people were counting on Sean Brady to, demolish Belal Muhammad, and that was his signature win, because he ended up knocking him out, standing TKO. Well, not knocking him out, standing TKO. Brady had nothing for Belal Muhammad, and then Gilbert Burns wins by decision. All right, so if you look at his entirety, win streak since then, the Curtis Millender fight, unanimous decision. Takashi Sato, he wins by submission, RNC. Lyman Good, decision. We got 2 decisions over there. Diego Lima, decision. That's 3, right? Now, Damian Maya, that's 4. Vicente Luque, 5. Stephen won by Thompson, 6. And then you get the Sean Brady, Sandy TKO, and you got the Gilbert Burns win, which is 7 decisions. 7 decisions, 1 TKO, 1 submission, right? Usually that's not going to push the needle. I mean, winning is winning, right? And that's very, very important. But the problem is that Belal Muhammad has been winning in a manner that is not very appeasing for the audience. Now, yes, he is deserving, and unfortunately, the UFC is not a meritocracy, right? This isn't Bellator, this isn't PFL, Ryzen, One Championship, you name it, all right? They're not that. They're not gonna give you a title shot just because you're the third ranked welterweight in the world. Belal Muhammad has worked and grinded his way to this very point, and he should get the fight. Realistically, I don't see him getting the next title shot, right? I mean, he is more than likely in favor, but he has, in order for him to get the next title shot, he's gonna have to make sure that he's ready. Whether he has an injury or not, he needs to take it, because the second that he says, I can't take this fight because I have a nagging injury or whatever, then they're going to skip right over him, and he may never get a title shot. It was very important for Leon Edwards to win the previous Saturday, because of the fact that if Colby Covington would have won, not only Belal Muhammad would have never won, or whatever, Leon Edwards would have not gotten an immediate title shot, but also Belal Muhammad too, because Colby Covington would have only wanted, top quality prize fighting type of matchups, and he would have skipped right through. He would have fought you guys. He would have probably tried to call out Kamaru Usman. He probably would have called out Jorge Masvidal. Easier fights for Colby Covington, so he could pass that himself into an upper echelon. All right, Leon Edwards, he's not built for that type of fabric. And maybe there is a possibility, but I feel like the only way that Belal's gonna get a fight is if he sits out and waits to see if they have no other viable option but other to give it to Belal Muhammad. So it's a weird predicament right now. Shavkat is hurt with the ankle injury. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson lost to Shavkat. If he would have beaten Shavkat, I felt like he would have had a really good chance. Kamaru Usman doesn't make any sense to have the 4th fight. Leon already won, the last 2. Gilbert Burns, that would have been a great option, but, he never, was active after the loss of, Belal Muhammad. I know he's fighting Jack Della Maddalena, which that's a very, very important fight for Gilbert Burns, because if he wants to get a second title shot in his career, at welterweight, he's going to need to beat Jack Della Maddalena, in which I'm actually picking Gilbert Burns to beat Jack Della Maddalena. Overall, welterweight is in a really big crapshoot right now. Belal is going to need to, really promote himself in the best way possible, and if he does get the fight, right, he's gonna have to make this as grimy as possible. Just win the matchup. And if he happens to lose, then he better hope that he loses in a magnificent manner, where fans are clamoring to make sure that they are going to want to see that matchup between Leon and Belal Muhammad. But right now, the fans, media, public, right? They all remember the fact that Leon Edwards, last time he stepped foot in the octagon with Belal Muhammad, Leon Edwards is just piecing up Belal inside that octagon for the 7 minutes that they were inside the octagon against one another. But overall, we'll see what happens. Until then, guys, I am Flaw Warriana. Guys, let me know in the comment section below, will Belal Muhammad get the next title shot? And if he is not the person to get the next title shot, then who is? Alright, until then, guys, and I'll see you guys at a later date. Peace, guys.